Welcome to your 2's review for the most recent round of chaos involving Atlanta United 2 and Chattanooga FC. We'll go through the highlights and get you some post, and we'll lay everything out for you when it comes to the Eastern Conference of MLS NEXT PRO and go over the schedules and see where everything stands as we head into, once again, another quick turn for Atlanta United 2. 5 matches, 19 days, and Friday is the next contest with NYCFC 2 at Icon Stadium at Randall's Island. First ever match for NYCFC 2 as they leave St. John's and head to their new digs. All right, wasting no time, let's get you into what happened during the match. First and foremost, it was a couple of moments in the 8th and the 12th minute. Aiden Torres getting a turnover off of a challenge. Alan Carlton combining with Dominic Chongqui in the 12th minute. Then later in the 12th minute, after that possession was over, it was time for the defense for Atlanta United 2 to take over. Here's how they got their goal on the board in the first 45 minutes.
Flag goes up as Chattanooga had won the ball back and played it long. Urami was unable to get back on side in time. 10 goals this season for Mehdi Urami. Got some experience playing in Croatia, originally from France. Okello. Big switch for Atlanta. Picks out Aiden Torres on the run. It's off his shoulder, playing forward. Torres into the corner. Has some help. Uses Gallardo there. Gallardo, corner of the 18. Thought about cutting inside. It wasn't on. He has Armas in support. Firmino back to Armas. Armas scoops this through to the back post. Over hit. Netteri can't get on the end of that. Goal kick. Great atmosphere here in Chattanooga, as always, at Finley Stadium. It's been a hard run as of late for Chattanooga FC as they play off of the goal kick across to the left of Villafara. 0-2-2 in the month of August. Villafara is a long diagonal, comes up short. Chongqui heads it forward to Carlton. Carlton, corner of the 18. Thought about cutting it inside. It wasn't able to happen. Chongqui knocked away from him, but out for a goal kick. Last touch came back off of the 16-year-old left back from Atlanta United's academy. This is a young group for Atlanta United 2 tonight. Chongqui at 16 years old at left back. Aiden Torres, 16 years old at right back. Netteri under the age of 20. Hibbert just at 20. Turned over. Here comes Armas into the 18. Scooped across to Carlton. Goal! 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 Alan Carlton for Atlanta United 2. And Atlanta on the road takes the 1-0 lead after the Chattanooga turnover. CFC trying to play out of the back. Javier Armas stayed focused, stepped into the passing lane, won it back for Atlanta, and he didn't go for the shot inside the 18. He squared it across to the left, and Alan Carlton with the inside of his right foot found the back of the net, and Atlanta United 2 on the road in the 13th minute leads 1-0.
So Javi Armas off the interception finds Alan Carlton off to his left. Alan Carlton puts it in the back of the net, his third of the season, and that made it 1-0 for Atlanta United 2. Another turnover in the 14th minute almost created another opportunity for Atlanta United 2 involving Rodrigo Nery, who was inside the 18, but the defense was there for Chattanooga FC to squash that particular attempt to try and make it 2-0. Then it would be a couple of yellow cards in the 23rd and 24th minute. It would be the start of a lot of yellow cards on the night, no real surprise. It would end up with Kwok with a yellow on Alan Carlton, who drew the yellow card from Kwok in the 23rd. Then Caden Moore draws a yellow card in the 24th, and that would be 1 yellow card apiece. Evening things up in the 27th, Chattanooga FC would do so off a deflection. All 3 goals in the match for Chattanooga FC, by the way, coming off of deflections at some point in the process. Off of a deflection, it would be Garvanyan, his third of the season, making it 1-1 in the 27th. Noble Okello would end up with a yellow card with a challenge on Alex McGrath in the 30th. Then Felipe Sarsar would get a yellow in the 33rd to once again even things up. Callum Watson would end up with one in the 40th minute as Wamry would go down in the 18, no call. Then you'd have a bit of a coming together with Atlanta United 2 players and Chattanooga FC players, and it would end up with 3 yellows in the first 45 minutes for Chattanooga FC and 2 for Atlanta United 2. At 45-20, it would be CFC getting the lead off of a deflection from Alan Carlton. Gray to Wamry, his 11th of the season, and that would get us to halftime at 2-1 for Chattanooga FC. Then let's get to the second half highlights. A couple of goals on the board for Atlanta United 2, and it would start early on in the second half with a moment inside the 18.
Atlanta trailing 2-1. Gajardo heads it into the middle. Okello knocks it down for Armas. Armas driving forward. Armas riding off an arm tackle from McGrath. Out wide to the right to Firmino. Nick Firmino's cross deflected by McGrath. Out for a penalty. A penalty. It comes off the arm of McGrath. Penalty Atlanta United 2 straight away in the second half. McGrath blocked the cross from Firmino. It looked like the arm was extended. We're a little screened from how far the arm was out. Chattanooga players running over to yell at the AR. Referee William Hale is trying to get everyone to walk away. McGrath continued the yelling, still yelling. Now the goalkeeper, Jean-Antoine, also yelling at the AR. Players still yelling at the AR. Cards are going to have to get shown here in a second, but it's going to be a penalty for Atlanta United 2. Firmino's cross. McGrath handles it. Penalty Atlanta. Yellow card shown now, and I think it was Urami who got it. Yes. Penalty, and Javier Armas will step up to take it. Prepolita was given the yellow card, not Urami, so it's Prepolita who goes into the book. 2 of Chattanooga's 3 center backs on yellows. Atlanta substituted 1 on a yellow, Caden Moore. So Javier Armas will step up to the spot. He's been walking around in a circle with the ball in his hands, managing the icing attempt here from Chattanooga. Jean-Antoine going back and forth across on the goal line, slapping the crossbar. Armas about 5 steps behind the ball. Javi, couple steps to the left. Armas, goal! 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 Atlanta United 2, level again, 2-2 in the 48th minute.
Then Javi Armas from 23 trying to give Atlanta United 2 the lead. Jean-Antoine would get the save there. Then Gajardo would hit the crossbar, back-to-back corners, and it would end up being Gajardo kind of having it dribble across the crossbar from the far side to the near, then a save on Ronald Hernandez. Wamry would get a goal on the board in the 63rd off of a deflection. Watson, Wamry, and Gray would combine initially. Gray with the deflection, Wamry with the goal to make it 3-2, his 12th of the season, and that would be where we are after 63 minutes. Wamry would end up getting a yellow card a minute later. Then it would be chances for Atlanta United 2. Nick Firmino would go wide to the far post with 23 minutes to go. Tamimi for Neri would be a substitution in the 68th minute. Keep an eye on that one. That would come up big later. Alan Carlton would be fouled with 20 to go. No second yellow for Sarsar there. Javi Armas would send the free kick, though, over the bar. It would end up with an attendance of 35-54. Atlanta United 2 would have 2 corners back-to-back. Noble Okello would have a header over the bar as Atlanta United 2 would try and chase after an equalizer. Ronald Hernandez with a cross would create another corner for Atlanta United 2. But then in the 87th, Ashton Gordon and Alan Carlton come up big.
Atlanta setting up shop here. Can they make something of it? Carlton slips a pass through to Gordon. Gordon with the left foot. Gordon with the goal. Goal! 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 His first professional goal. Ashton Gordon in the 87th minute. What a goal from Ashton Gordon. The 16-year-old Jamaican Youth International stayed in the whole sequence, looped through the middle, and a great ball through to him. Gordon puts it home. 3-3.
All the pressure now for Atlanta United 2 at 3-3. In the 89th, Matias Gajardo would create a save opportunity for Jean-Antoine. Then it would be, once again, Ashton Gordon having the ball crawl over the crossbar. Then Ronald Hernandez would end up the third shot in that sequence going high. North of 90 minutes, Nick Firmino once again would go and create a save opportunity for Jean-Antoine. Gray would get a yellow card in the 93rd. Then you'd have the coming together that created all kinds of chaos that would eventually work things out to 11-9 for Atlanta United 2. And wasting no time off of 11-9, here's how the match ended with the scoreboard.
Told you there'd be fireworks. We've got that. And we're into the 99th minute, and I don't know how long we're playing. It's 3-3. Not ready to go just yet. Making sure that everything is squared away. Now we are ready to roll. Maybe 2 minutes, I don't know. Armas is going to carry it forward. Chattanooga holding on for dear life with 9. Hernandez up the right side. Puts in the cross over the head of Carlton. It falls to him anyway. Right-footed shot. Goal, goal, goal. Atlanta United 2. And they take the 4-3 lead right off of the free kick. Karim Tamimi slams it home. And Atlanta leads 4-3. What in the world is this match?
Then after the match, Matty caught up with Atlanta United 2 head coach Steve Cooke and Ashton Gordon. And yes, there were fireworks, and yes, Steve did allude to it. Here's their post-game comments.
First of all, what does it mean to you to get your first goal for the team and getting it in a win like this?
It means a lot. You know, it was a difficult game to come back and, you know, score the goal. But we have a good team and a good group of coaches, so it makes it playing a lot easier. And I'm very excited to have my first goal. All glory to God, and I'm happy to score.
Steve mentioned that you've been begging to play on that left side. Coming onto the pitch, what was your mindset going into the game and coming in and making a difference?
Prove myself as a winger because the position I prefer to play, and I want to prove people wrong that it's my position. And yeah, I'm happy I was able to score and do so.
How do you manage the emotions in a game like that where it's absolute chaos, red cards flying? How do you keep your head?
Well, you know, these are the games that players live for, and it's the most games to have fun, and it's better to play in a crowd.
We asked your coach about it with Ronald Hernandez coming down and playing with this group. I know you haven't had a whole lot of time being around Ronald, but what does it mean when you get guys from the first team to help with your group?
You know, it helps with the maturity aspect because a lot of kids, instead of going to the corner, they would just try to play and score another goal. But Ronnie tells me to go to the corner, and it helps the game a lot.
All right, a gutsy win for you guys here on the road. What did you see from the guys? And talk to me through that Tamimi goal, last couple minutes.
Yeah, brilliant.
Like?
You know, there are some nights in football you'll remember the rest of your life, you know, and that's one of them, that second half performance. Not only because we came back early and got back level, but more importantly, when they went to 3-2, I thought that's when the real courage started and the belief in the players, the strength, the purpose, the belief. And that's what we should be like all the time. And I just told them in there they deserve that. They've done really well, but it's got to be like that more often. That fight to stay in the game and do well, but also the courage to play your football. And to be fair, I think 4-3 doesn't do us any justice. We could have had 5 or 6. I thought we were really, really good.
You guys got an early goal in like the 12th minute. Then you guys came back, were down a little bit, came back, got the game winner at the very end. What does it say about the resilience of this squad?
Yeah, the resilience is there, but also the quality. You know, you've got to have players who can do things in those moments, and I thought right through the team in that second half, especially the last 20-25 minutes, I thought we were excellent, and really pleased for Ashton getting that goal and playing on the left wing, which is something he's been begging for. Karim Tamimi sitting on the bench and coming on doing that. Ronald Hernandez coming back in and from injury and helping out big time. And then I think Ethan Dudley needs a special mention because he's someone who doesn't always get the limelight, but certainly tonight he deserves a lot of credit for that performance. So just pleased with them all, and long may it continue. We've got, if they want to have careers in football, this is what they've got to, their standards have got to be higher, so that's one of them, and we just have to go do the same thing in 4 days, 5 days in New York.
I got to ask about Ashton. You mentioned him already. Came on and was like a firecracker out there on the pitch. What has it been like to watch him improve from where he's been at the beginning of the season to then see him come out and have a performance like that?
He's got a long way to go. He's got to improve in all aspects of his game. He's played most of the time at the wing position, and we said tonight we were going to put him on at left wing, which is against other people's wishes maybe, but we did it anyway. And I think he deserves a lot of credit because he believes in himself in that position, and he came on and put in a performance that I think you can say he might have a chance there. So credit to him, and again credit to all of them because they deserve that moment.
Ronald Hernandez came in after an injury, was able to come back, and you really got to see him improve this. It almost seems like he hasn't been away from the team this far. What did he bring to this side, especially having that leadership on the field?
Quality on the ball, defensive positioning, the ability to understand the game and the moments of the game and when to go forward, when to stay. I thought him and Matty Gallardo on that right-hand side in the last 20 minutes was sensational. We could have had 3 or 4 from that position alone. And I'm just really pleased for Ronnie. Ronnie is a really superb professional. He works hard. He's always a pleasure to be around. His energy, his smile, the way he is as a human being is of the top level. And I think anytime you get a player like that around young players, it helps everybody. And Ronnie, I think tonight, not only helped himself because he did a really great job, but he also helped a lot of young players believe that that's possible for them as well.
I'll ask one as you go into the stretch run. I kind of asked the same thing to Rob last night, where you get a grinding kind of a win. This one is a lot more chaotic. But is it something that builds character for the group and personality when you're going to need it later?
Yeah, I mean, I think our games at our level are a bit more chaotic to begin with, right? Our games are at times out of control. And when they get a little bit older and a bit more mature, they'll gradually get out of that. But it does build character, and it gives you the belief that you can do it again and again and again. They're probably putting on the fireworks for us, are they? Is that what they're doing now? They're giving us a fireworks show because of this. And it's not often you win a game and you get fireworks. But yeah, I'm just really pleased with them all there, and they deserved their win, and it could have been more. And the disappointment is that we conceded 3 goals, but in terms of the performance as a whole, it was brilliant.
So Kareem Tamimi off the free kick made it 4-3. Interesting, when the clock at Fort Finley goes north of 100 minutes, it resets to 0. So literally we had like 1 minute and 25 seconds when everything finished up. Atlanta United 2 with the win 4-3 over Chattanooga FC. So in the standings now in MLS Next Pro in the Eastern Conference, the way that it now shakes out, it's like this. And we'll take it, once again, a conference at a time and let you know how things are in the East and in the West. In the East, it is a battle between FC Cincinnati 2 and Philadelphia Union 2. And right now, it is one more win for FC Cincinnati 2 in determining the 1 and the 2, 13 wins to 12. Columbus Crew 2 with 42 points. They're in third. NYCFC 2, 10 wins. And they have a greater goal difference than Crown Legacy right now. They have a 6-goal difference over Crown Legacy. They're in fourth. Crown Legacy's in fifth. Orlando and Chicago both at 37 points. And with Chicago having played one less match, they could be in control of the 6 going down the stretch. But right now, equal number of wins for Orlando and Chicago. Orlando has a better goal difference by 5. Then the 8th spot goes to, right now, Inter Miami CF2 at 36 points. They have a record of 10-7-6. They're in the 8th. Chattanooga FC with the loss stays at 35 points. They are now in 9th. Carolina Core with a big comeback win on the weekend. It would be now getting full points to them. They're now in 10th at 34 points, 23 matches played, match in hand over Chattanooga FC. Red Bulls 2 at 33 points, 24 matches played. Then Atlanta United 2 at 12th with 29 points, 23 matches played. So match in hand on Red Bulls and Chattanooga FC trying to climb to the 8. So Atlanta United 2, if they end up getting a win on Friday, can set an early marker going into the weekend. Toronto FC 2 at 28 points. They're in 13th. Huntsville City Football Club at 23 points through 23 matches. And New England Revolution 2, 0-11-1 on the road this year. 19 points eliminated from postseason participation or competition by any chance, with a record of 4-15-4-3. In the Western Conference, North Texas has clinched a spot in the postseason, 48 points in 23 matches, 5 points ahead of St. Louis City SC2. Ventura County is third at 40. Tacoma Defiance is part of a 3-way dance from 4, 5, and 6, but they have 11 wins. LAFC has 10, and the Town has 9, so that sets it all up to 7th, and Vancouver Whitecaps 2. 8th place, Dynamo Dos at 32 points. They have 2 more wins than Portland Timbers 2. 10th place right now, Sporting Kansas City 2. They have 2 more wins than Austin FC 2, Los Verdos, which gets us to 12th. Real Monarchs at 26 points through 23 matches. Colorado is at 23 points in 23 matches, and the Loons to 21 points through 23 matches. So that sets up the schedule for the week involving the clubs in MLS Next Pro. On Monday night, it is St. Louis and Austin at City Park. That one is on season pass. That could go a long way in determining a couple of different things in the West. Then the second match of the week, it's at NYCFC 2 at Icon Stadium, taking on Atlanta United 2. That's on MLSNextPro.com. And the pregame show for the network will be at 4:30. Kickoff a little after 5 o'clock Friday afternoon. That sets up Sunday, once again, the traditional busy Sunday, and it is busy wall to wall. And it's all MLS Next Pro because there are no MLS matches slated for the weekend. So you're in an international window. And so Sunday is all about MLS Next Pro. And so, correction, you do have some matches in MLS on Saturday, September 7th. So Saturday belongs to MLS. Sunday belongs to MLS Next Pro. And it is a matchup, Chicago and Cincinnati in the East. That's at 2 o'clock from SeatGeek. 3 o'clock Eastern, Chattanooga FC and Columbus Crew 2. The folks right now going, say, 7 on down. You're rooting for chaos involving Cincinnati and Chicago. You're rooting for Crew against Chattanooga FC. Crown Legacy FC and Orlando City B. Maybe a point on each side. That one's at 3 o'clock at Matthews. 3 o'clock Eastern Time, MLSNextPro.com, Loons 2 and Los Verdos from the National Sports Center Stadium. LAFC 2 and Sporting Kansas City 2 in the West at 4 o'clock on MLSNextPro.com. 5 o'clock, Rapids 2, next to last in the standings, have St. Louis City on a quick turn at the University of Denver Soccer Stadium. So we'll see what happens there. 7 Eastern, MLSNextPro.com at SaberCats. Dynamo Dos hosting Ventura County. Huntsville City Football Club hosting Inter Miami 2. That one's at 7 o'clock Eastern from Wicks Family Field and Joe Davis Stadium on season pass. Revolution hosting Toronto FC 2 at Gillette. Whitecaps hosting North Texas SC, who's already in the barn. They're just in it for points and distance right now, trying to secure the number 1 spot. MLSNextPro.com at 7 o'clock. Real Monarchs and the Town at 10 on NextPro.com. And Tacoma Defiance and Timbers 2 at 10 o'clock Eastern on MLSNextPro.com. So it's a very busy week, everything kind of colliding into Sunday. Atlanta United 2 starts the weekend off with the matchup at Icon Stadium against NYCFC 2. That is on Friday afternoon here on the SDH Network. So once again, fantastic effort by Atlanta United 2. They get the Duke on the road in Chattanooga against Chattanooga FC, keeping their playoff hopes alive as they chase the 8. And we go from here and we see what happens next with 5 matches left in the regular season. Thanks to everyone up in Chattanooga, Hayes Creech, and everybody associated with Chattanooga FC for rolling out the red carpet for us, and or the blue carpet, I guess, in their case. Rolling out the blue carpet for us as SDH was on site and on location for Atlanta United 2 and Chattanooga FC. Good to see everybody up there. Good to see everybody back in Atlanta after full points. So that gets us ready for the run-in this time around. 5 matches, 19 days. Thanks to Steve Cooke. Thanks to Atlanta United 2. Thanks to Ashton Gordon. And thanks to all of you guys for being a part of the 2's review all season long. Play it safe, everybody. Enjoy the game.